The Itsy-Bitsy Elf, read by Stachura Smith. Once upon a time, there was an itsy-bitsy elf who lived in an itsy-bitsy treehouse. His itsy-bitsy home was in an itsy-bitsy forest, and it overlooked an itsy-bitsy lake with itsy-bitsy fish. One day, the itsy-bitsy elf decided to go for an itsy-bitsy jog because he was getting too chunky for his itsy-bitsy clothes. The itsy-bitsy elf had a habit of eating itsy-bitsy donuts.
"So now my itsy-bitsy toes have fattened up. Soon I'll have to get a larger pair of itsy-bitsy shoes,"
said the itsy-bitsy elf. So before the itsy-bitsy elf left for his itsy-bitsy jog, he put on his itsy-bitsy hat and itsy-bitsy scarf and itsy-bitsy mittens. Once he got outside, the itsy-bitsy elf jogged until he grew an itsy-bitsy bit weary. He then stopped to take off his itsy-bitsy shoes and rub his achy itsy-bitsy feet.
"Oh, I'm dead tired and need to take an itsy-bitsy rest."
Just then, the itsy-bitsy elf noticed an itsy-bitsy gate, so he opened it, hoping to find an itsy-bitsy place to rest his itsy-bitsy tootsies. As the itsy-bitsy elf walked around, he realized that he was in an itsy-bitsy cemetery with itsy-bitsy gravestones.
"When I said I was dead tired, I wasn't talking about this kind of rest. Oh, no."
The itsy-bitsy elf was an itsy-bitsy bit fearful of itsy-bitsy graveyards because he thought they were haunted by itsy-bitsy ghosts. Although we know that notion is an itsy-bitsy bit silly, it was still an itsy-bitsy bit scary to him. Oddly, some graves had itsy-bitsy bones laying on top of them. The itsy-bitsy elf noticed the biggest bones first, like the itsy-bitsy leg bone, the itsy-bitsy arm bone, and itsy-bitsy ribs.
"That reminds me, I haven't eaten those itsy-bitsy spare ribs sitting in my itsy-bitsy refrigerator yet."
The itsy-bitsy elf began to gather all the itsy-bitsy bones from the itsy-bitsy graves in that itsy-bitsy cemetery so he could use them to make some itsy-bitsy soup the next day. But every time the itsy-bitsy elf touched one of those itsy-bitsy bones, it made him laugh an itsy-bitsy bit. Finally, the itsy-bitsy elf left the itsy-bitsy cemetery, carrying the itsy-bitsy bones in his itsy-bitsy pockets, laughing all the way back to his itsy-bitsy treehouse. When the itsy-bitsy elf arrived at his itsy-bitsy home, he took the itsy-bitsy bones out of his itsy-bitsy pockets and began to place them into an itsy-bitsy box. After all the itsy-bitsy bones were out of his pockets and hands, the itsy-bitsy elf was able to stop all that laughter. For a while there, the itsy-bitsy elf thought he might have been going an itsy-bitsy bit loony, laughing so much. That's right, he thought he was crazier than someone trying to eat an itsy-bitsy soup sandwich.
"Whoa, boy, I felt nuttier than a porta-potty at a peanut festival."
The itsy-bitsy elf put the itsy-bitsy box into an itsy-bitsy cabinet that was in his itsy-bitsy bedroom. After that, the itsy-bitsy elf decided to take an itsy-bitsy nap because he was an itsy-bitsy bit tired from all the laughing. The itsy-bitsy elf was glad to take an itsy-bitsy hop into his itsy-bitsy bed, and he was asleep in the blink of an itsy-bitsy eye. But the itsy-bitsy elf was asleep for just an itsy-bitsy moment, because itsy-bitsy voices woke him up by saying, "Where are our bones?" The itsy-bitsy elf was an itsy-bitsy bit scared, so he pulled his itsy-bitsy blanket up to his itsy-bitsy eyebrows.
Who's there?"
said the itsy-bitsy elf. No one answered the itsy-bitsy elf, so, assuming he imagined those itsy-bitsy voices, the itsy-bitsy elf fell asleep. But only for an itsy-bitsy while, because those itsy-bitsy voices, they came back. "Where are our bones?" Oh my, now the Itsy-Bitsy elf was an itsy-bitsy bit more frightened, so he poked his itsy-bitsy face out from under the itsy-bitsy blanket and said,
"Sounds like you have an itsy-bitsy bone to pick with me. I'm sorry. Take them all."
The itsy-bitsy voices quieted down, so the itsy-bitsy elf was able to fall asleep. But soon those itsy-bitsy voices started up once again. "Where are our bones?" The itsy-bitsy elf woke up and shook with an itsy-bitsy bit of fear.
"Oh, please take them. They're in the itsy-bitsy box that's in the itsy-bitsy cabinet."
The itsy-bitsy voices stopped, and since the itsy-bitsy elf was terribly tired, he fell asleep in an itsy-bitsy moment. But an itsy-bitsy bit later, the itsy-bitsy elf heard an itsy-bitsy bit of grunting. It also sounded like someone or something was crawling on the itsy-bitsy floor of his itsy-bitsy bedroom. This time, the itsy-bitsy elf was beside himself, and he couldn't control his itsy-bitsy nerves, so he screamed, then accidentally wet his itsy-bitsy bed with his itsy-bitsy bladder.
"Oh no, an itsy-bitsy puddle on my itsy-bitsy sheets."
The itsy-bitsy elf went into itsy-bitsy shock, and so he fainted. After the itsy-bitsy elf came to and sat up, he didn't hear any itsy-bitsy voices anymore. Instead, he heard itsy-bitsy laughter and itsy-bitsy tapping on the itsy-bitsy floor of his itsy-bitsy bedroom.
"Oh, I knew I shouldn't have ironed that itsy-bitsy four-leaf clover last week. I think I pressed my luck."
Yes, it sure did sound like the itsy-bitsy elf pressed his itsy-bitsy luck by ironing that itsy-bitsy four-leaf clover, don't you think? Since the itsy-bitsy elf was horrified by the itsy-bitsy noises, he fainted again, and this time the itsy-bitsy elf didn't wake up until the next morning. After he got out of his itsy-bitsy bed, the itsy-bitsy elf opened the itsy-bitsy cabinet and was relieved to see that the itsy-bitsy box with the itsy-bitsy bones was gone. He then wondered if it had been just an itsy-bitsy nightmare. Later on, the itsy-bitsy elf felt an itsy-bitsy bit better, so he thought he should face his fears and go back to that itsy-bitsy cemetery. After the itsy-bitsy elf arrived at the itsy-bitsy gate, he entered the itsy-bitsy graveyard and found his itsy-bitsy box on top of one of the itsy-bitsy graves. The itsy-bitsy box seemed empty. As the itsy-bitsy elf was about to pick up the itsy-bitsy container, he remembered how touching the itsy-bitsy bones made him laugh. Then he remembered those itsy-bitsy grunting noises from last night.
"Great, now I'm as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Oh no, I just made another itsy-bitsy puddle."
All of a sudden, the itsy-bitsy elf spotted an itsy-bitsy commotion at the other end of the itsy-bitsy graveyard. When he went to check it out, the itsy-bitsy elf realized why the itsy-bitsy bones made him laugh. It's because they were itsy-bitsy funny bones, and this is what the itsy-bitsy elf saw happening over at the other end of the itsy-bitsy cemetery. Itsy-Bitsy Elf was glad that he faced his itsy-bitsy fears because he learned an itsy-bitsy lesson.
A good laugh and a restful sleep are the two best cures for anything.
Now he was much braver, and as an itsy-bitsy bonus, the Itsy-Bitsy Elf no longer left itsy-bitsy puddles. The end. If you enjoyed these stories, I'd love to make more, so please let me know by hitting the like button. You can also find my Learning to Read videos here on this channel called Learning to Read with Fun and Laughs. If you've already started to read but need a little help with vowel teams or consonant digraphs, you'll find a whole lesson on consonant digraphs in Part 14 of Learning to Read with Fun and Laughs, and you'll find a lesson on vowel teams in Part 15 of Learning to Read with Fun and Laughs. The teacher, Miss Plumpbottom, and her student, a rambunctious little piglet named Hamilton, make it easier for kids to learn, with fun, of course. Thanks very much, and remember to hit that like button. Bye-bye.